TBC Center presents The Sphere of Influence. The Sphere of Influence is the TV ministry of the baptizing church where everyone is blessed, lifted, edified, strengthened, and encouraged by the word of faith and the power of the Spirit. For further inquiries, please log on to www.tbccenter.org or visit TBC Center, New Road Bus Stop, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. The word works.
And that is the first order. Even if you are not high-minded and you pass the test, it will still deflate you. That is the good one. Because why that one is a good one is that when he gave you that opportunities, he will have also conditioned your heart and given you opportunity to sow seeds. So that by the time you are deflated, those seeds are speaking for you. That's the secret of David.
Wow.
That's the secret of David. Even the little opportunity, the Bible says he behaved himself wisely. And look at the seed that he was sowing, the seed of leadership, the seed of commitment. When the elders wanted to make him king, you know what they said? They said, even in the days of Saul, you were the one that led Israel out and brought Israel in. Because he behaved himself. You see, he could have got in there and said, look, I'm now here. What's going on? I said, I'm David. All of you are in trouble today. I begin to misbehave, I begin to, but David understood that, look, this is just a temporary phase. There are two other phases. Does it occur to you that you are just in a phase? This is not your final destination. Oswald said something that touched me at the conference. He said, exactly, because I've been thinking about when one will have his own house, build your own house, or buy a property, and all those things. And when I said that's the poverty. So until you start building for others, I can just say this is key. We bless you in the name of Jesus with this 3-bedroom flat. Can you imagine you build a 4 flat? Is that what they call it in the country? 4 units of 3-bedroom flats just to be a blessing to people. And that's why our soul was delighted with abundance. See, that is the second level, and the third level God is taking us to. So for all of us now, for the most part, you are still in your first level. Let's understand this sequencing. And that is why somehow God will just cause some things to happen and it will deflate you again. Because that is how we can take you to the next level. So certainly if you cannot do some things again, don't feel it's the enemy attacking you. That might be God trying to tell you that let's change here. Let's go deeper. And destiny begins the day Saul, or better still, let's put it this way, those you were once in favor with start throwing javelins at you. Those who are once in favor with start shutting you out. Those are pointers to the truth that God is taking you somewhere else. But nobody likes going to the cave. You see, you have lived in a palace. You know what it means to live in a palace? Eating chicken every day. Chicken is how do I put it? Ad infinitum. Ice cream, butter, AC. Just imagine someone living in Aso Rock, and in Aso Rock. And suddenly from there, God now says, go to Sambisa Forest. How do you? And that's why when this guy saw David, because on a good day, there will be, David was the PA. He too as the PA, as SA to the PA, PA to the SA, SA to the PA, to the SA to the PA. So he was always with a team, an entourage. So when Ahimelech saw him, he said, why are you alone? What did David say? He said, why are you alone? And no one is with him. Is that not a point also that when God begins to deal with you, he will take everybody away from you? Do you feel alone? Welcome to process. Because even at that time, everyone that the good day should help you will refuse to help you. I remember Pastor saying, as a lawyer, I help people. He said he just took his phone when he got to my son. He started calling. Can I? And I said, we're sorry. In fact, me too. Our house just got burnt. We're sorry. If you had called yesterday, in fact, this yesterday, has ever happened to you before, and people now tell you that, she did pay that no. She have called yesterday. If you had called yesterday, sincerely, I'm not giving you any amount. You know, it's not a good place to be today, you know. And what did David say? And that's why I said, don't pretend. And David said what? Verse 2. Please, you have to be fast now. Because we're going to read through all this. The king has ordered me on some business. And said to me, do not let anyone know anything about the business on which I sent you, or what I have commanded you. And I have directed my young men to such and such a place. What a lie. Ask your neighbor, are you living a lie? Which king sent you? David? This is when you are struggling with process. So there are some times you need to play with people. I'm not buying there should be QED.
Yes, sir.
Because actually is the reason why many people are in trouble.
Yes, sir. Very true.
Why can't you be honest that you're out of favor with the king? Your sister wants to come and stay with you. Why can't you tell her no vacancy this time?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
we cannot afford the third meal for
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes,
Some will live forever. See, this is how families get into crisis. Especially when you have men who cannot say no because of cultural slavery. You see, a family member must live with you. Especially when your own children are still suffering. Now I want to go and bring one guy who will eat all the food. I mean, saying no. People just put all kinds of unnecessary, and it's because you are pretending. You see, it's not where we don't from. You are putting up a front. You are living a lie. You are buying the kind of car you cannot afford. You are living the kind of house you cannot afford. You are trying to impress those you don't like by buying what you don't need.
Wow.
You see, there are some things, all you just need to do is to send 2,000 to them. They will appreciate it. 5,000. They'll say, oh yeah, rent clothes. Let's buy 50,000 per yard. Let's buy 30,000 per yard. And you are deceiving yourself. And you are in debt. You have bills to pay. Things are not good. Especially, you see, look, there is a trend we are seeing in our generation now. And it's so sad. Women are more and more becoming breadwinners now. Men are reduced. You see, look, if your wife is a breadwinner, one day she will insult you. And you just have to take it in your stride. How many women can take it that they are the ones putting food, money down? You see, she will tolerate you for a season. But the day she's going to strike, just be humble enough to say, yes, my friend. When she says you are stupid, you say, yes, I am. I'm not oblivious of the fact that the economy is bad, and for some reason some men are out of job trying to find their balance, but once it becomes a pattern, then there's a problem. And as a man, don't live a lie. You see, even if he's a bricklayer that you are, that woman will respect you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All she wants to see that you are doing something,
Yeah.
and you are not productive.
Yes.
So don't just sit there and say, my wife is earning enough. one sister was telling me, was my wife was telling me over the weekend, the guy sits at home watching Premiership on a DSTV the wife paid for. And when she now puts her feet and says, I'm not paying, she will go to a neighbor's house to go and watch. And the woman will be struggling and come back and see him. And she'll say, what a development. So I challenge all men here. Don't accept that as a status quo. It is called living a lie. So if any man does not provide for his own, and that provision is not just money. You must provide leadership, emotional support, financial support, social support, social net. See, that's why the Bible left it open-ended. It's not just saying if any man does not provide financially. Because you see, once you don't provide financially, there are certain provisions you can never make.
Wow.
That means once you don't provide financially, provisions at other levels will be affected. How do you provide leadership if you don't provide financially? And ladies, today, you are the ones marrying them. Look for an hard-working guy. We have found a man of Jesse. In this our code, every guy is supposed to be exemplary.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And that's why your wife will even trust you. In those moments, maybe you're out of job, or something happens, maybe your business is not doing fine. She knows you're a real guy. Heart is safe. She can sleep because she knows that it's just temporary. Like this guy is a go-getter. It's just a question of time. It's going to bounce back.
Wow.
If you go to crisis and your wife is not sure of that, you have killed her already. Because if she cannot sleep and she's feeling what is going to happen to the future, and her heart is like, you see, when people panic, the value system is corrupted. They take wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Or they make wrong decisions. David lied there. And the consequences of that lie is what you don't want. Because all these people he lied to, Saul wiped all of them out. And the guy said, I did not know. I wish David told them the truth. See, they helped David on the account that they felt that David was speaking the truth. So you see, when you are living a lie, it doesn't just affect you. It is dangerous for everybody.
Yes.
It's dangerous for everybody.
Yes.
It's not every time that wealth is tangible money. But even if we don't have money, be wealthy.
Wow.
Let everybody around you be able to say that. We might not have, but there's something in lieu of cash.
Wow.
It's called wealth. But if it's not there, because the families are breaking down nowadays, isn't it? As a pastor, you see that and you're like, what's actually creating tensions in families? 99% of the time is finances.
Yes.
It's finances. It's finances. And we can't pretend about it. It's like the women are just tired and they're weary. And they're looking for men that are committed. And I also tell the women, see, in the days when you are single, watch out for certain things. Find a man of Jesus who's prayer and spirit, a man of war. Never killed anybody, and yet he was a man of war already. Because he's been trained. God trained his arm to war and his finger to battle. Say, by my God, I can run through a troop, I can leap over a wall. So potential, they could see everything they said about David there was potential.
Wow.
That means they could see potentials in him. But just like, I want to marry. I want to be like everybody. I am 30. I am just like the story I told you. I am 30. I am 30. And she told God, I said, God, if I don't marry by 30, I'll do it my own way. And the Lord said, have a good day. You see, that's why it's the ancient of days. You can scare it by your age. How much 30 can you get out of ancient of days? I say, I'm 30. And God will now say, yeah.
Yes, sir. Wow.
He has all the time. You are the ones whose time is limited. You have to be looking. And that's a dangerous place to be when God just decides to be looking at you. They'll say, you want to play game? Let's go. Because to you that is forward, I'll show myself forward. You want to be a game player? I'll show myself a game player. Master game player at that. So don't play games with God, please. Don't play games with me too. So you know some people are playing games with me. Don't play games with your pastor. Because it's dangerous. And David said, what do you have in your hand? Once you are out of place, you start making unnecessary demands on people. And the guy was wondering, how can the king send you and you don't have bread? He said, what do you have in your hand? Give me 5 loaves of bread in my hand, or whatever can be found. Once you become desperate in life, it's a sign that somebody is wrong somewhere. And my David said, whatsoever can be found. And look at what the guy said, verse 4. Let this story instruct us, folks. And the priest answered David, said, there's no common bread on earth, but there's only bread. If the young men have at least kept themselves from women. This is why they should have spoken the truth, that women get. We don't even have enough money to go to prostitution. We say, we have kept ourselves and now made it to look like holiness. That is the most dangerous thing. Listen to me, folks. The most dangerous thing is that if you're out of place and you are now using spirituality to cover it, then that is double wahala for dead body. Don't use spirituality to cover things. Because life is spiritual, but it has socioeconomic coefficients.
Yes.
If you are getting it right spiritually, it will show in other fronts. Of course, you can get it right in other fronts and rubbish your spirituality. You also know that. But no one gets it right spiritually and it's not well with his soul. Because even in this state, you see that David made a bounce back. He was still well with his soul. So the best of the young men are holy. Can you imagine? Holy again. And in fact, the word is come or even and so on and so forth. Look at verse 6. Move on fast now. So look at your neighbor and they say, don't pretend. So the priest gave him that bread and so on and so forth. And look at verse 7. After they had bread, somebody was there detained before the Lord. See, this is the guy that went to reveal the secret. Do it. And David wrote a psalm about him, Psalm 52, I think. Say 54. We'll get there someday. But move on. The guy went to reveal it to Saul. And David now said again, is there not here a spear or a sword? For I have brought neither my sword nor my weapons with me, because the king's business required haste. David, I said to the president, you are leaving us so rough, you didn't take any single weapon, because the king said, David, go and do it now. He said, require haste. You are now begging for a sword. I'm sure Ahimelech must have times suspected that something is wrong here. Number one, you are alone. Number two, no sword. You see, look at the principle here. The only sword available was the sword of the Goliath that he killed. That means when David killed Goliath, he didn't take the sword home. You didn't hear what I said. He sold that sword as a seed. one day, that sword came back to him. And that's why I said, in those high moments, learn to sow seed. Because those are the seeds that will sustain you in the low moments. What did they give David at first? Their bread. What did he take to his brothers?
Bread.
What did his father send to Saul? Bread. Why would David lack bread? And that's why I said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Because David was born in Bethlehem, which means the house of bread. So that means every time David needed bread, whether it's show bread or any bread, bread must be made available. And the sword of Goliath that he kept, you see, that represents your glory. David could have taken that sword and put it on the door of his house, frame it, and said, Goliath's sword, and just put it there. But David left it in the sanctuary. David said, this is one honor I can't take to myself.
Wow.
I saw it as a seed back to God. Have we learned to do that for God? That there are certain things we just put out there. Now the time that came, David there the sword. And I said, there's no sword there. Look at what he said. Verse number 9. The sword of Goliath the Philistine, who you kill in the valley of Elah, there it is wrapped in a cloth behind the ephod. If you take that, take it. For there is no other one there except that one. And David said, there is not like it. Give it to me. That's something good that came out of the wrong context. David said, there's no sword like that. But that was the sword he used to kill Goliath, but he did not take it all. So it became a seed. It became a seed. You see, when we're giving, when we're tithing, when we're doing all those covenant things, this is what we're doing. Because a day will come, you will need those things that you have left behind, that you have put behind the effort. That means you can put your finances behind the effort. You can put everything behind the effort. The effort is what the priests wear. So that shows you that David understood. I said, no, I can't take that so good. So there are certain things you can't take home. I remember Pastor Bakari was telling us at the World Conference, explaining tithing like the trees that God told so they them not to eat. That even from the Garden of Eden, that principle of tithing already existed there. David left it there and it became useful for David. And look at what happened. So David left with that sword. Would you believe, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Daisy, Dr. Bola, that that was the sword David continued to use until he became a king? Because he could not afford to buy a sword. You see, the Lord sowing and reaping is real. So that means David could not go back home again. Because he had moved all his possession to the palace. So if this sword had been with him, he would have moved it. Yes. And you know that sword is very, very symbolic. Because David killed Goliath with his own sword. So originally that sword belonged to Goliath. And that's that sword. So every other thing David continued to use. Look at your neighbor, say, don't take everything. Leave something behind. The effort. David arose and fled that day from before Saul and went to Achish the king of Gath. Now the second part. And the servant of Achish said to him, is this not David? Has it ever happened to you? That people used to know you at this level before. And suddenly you are now operating at this level. If you don't understand this sequencing, you start feeling madness. I went for my Open Association, secondary school Open Association, okay, Austrian Association, because we have girls too. Or we have ladies too. There are ladies now, there used to be girls way back. Because all of them are married now, they're all big women. Not seen some of them 21 years, just saw them for the first time. Imagine. Especially the one that used to be my girlfriend in secondary school. Secondary school not crazy. Somebody was your girlfriend and you left secondary school, you never saw her again until 21 years after, and she was your girlfriend. So, you know what I noticed? We just parked. I saw some of our mates. They started manifesting madness. You know what they did? They went to park their cars afar off. Because they didn't want people to see the car they brought. And they now had to trek all the way. Some of them had to cross Maryland because they went to park somewhere inside GRA and now walked in as if they didn't bring a car. I'm like, when I saw the first person, second person, and also the third person came in one getting car, now went to park it. Then when we now finished, some people did not want to go because they did not want people to see how they will go. Madness is costly. And it's a sign that you are still high-minded and you have not accepted the fact that process is here to stay. So Ibrahim just said, is this not the David? Suddenly David felt that sense of being small again. He said, Saul has killed his 1,000, and what did David do? Verse 12. Oh man, don't do this, please. And David took this word to heart and was very much afraid of Ashib, the king of Gath, and in response to that, what did he start doing? The day what you wear, where you live, how you come, how you go, the day those things become issues, and they now begin to modify your behavior. That's what's called madness. And David changed his behavior before them and pretended madness in their hand. Strike the door of the gate. Is that normal? Is it normal for somebody to drive a car somewhere and to not go and park somewhere and now trek again? Look at what David started doing. Strike on the door of the gate. Let his saliva fall down on his beard. I think that shows you that David belongs to our company. The bearing was almost like beard. The beard gang. I showed David was one of us. Some guys who don't have beard, you are not David. Let his saliva fall down on his beard. And look at verse 14. Look at me, everyone. As we close this morning, one way, everybody. Why do people behave as if they are mad? Is it not madness for a young man who comes to a church like this and listens to the word, and he goes back, he's still with a girlfriend, and they are still sleeping, having extramarital sex? You see, some things are just plain mischievous madness. It's folly. It's insanity. Isn't it? In the corporate world, they said definition of insanity is that you are doing the same thing over and over again the same way and you're expecting a different result. Is it not madness for a man who comes to this church who is married to start now start having girlfriends? He's sleeping with his secretary. Is it not madness? Is it not madness for a man to rise up and be beating his wife without knowing that he's beating himself? Because he took a wine. How can you be beating yourself? You know, in those days when bread was very expensive, they said, Allah, who don't get bread? I will don't get Sorry for those who are saying, bread was very expensive in those days. So they said, poor man that is eating bread is actually eating the skin on his head. His scalp, that's what is it. Because that time bread was very expensive. Those who don't understand, those who are born now will not understand. How many of you remember when we were growing up when bread was gold? I remember my father was buying bread. We were coming from church. My father bought bread. And one of the elders in church said, "What are you doing? You are buying bread." I hear you. And he just walked in. I will never forget that incident. He said, "You are buying bread. I hear you." And the man just walked in. You know, it was in those days when they buy bread for you. Your mom will carry the bread and take it into the room. How many of us are parents that used to keep bread in the bedroom? No, The honest, thank you. Keep it in the bedroom. Even away from the children. And just give you handouts. And say, oh, Tito, it's enough. Just carry the rest. Poverty is bad. I don't know. All I know is that Sister Augustus making a decree is to favor me, get into the city of David. That's all I know. How many of you know that decree did not favor some people?
Oh, yes.
But for you, make up your mind, no matter what this government does, it will favor your lot. And start making that confession and start grumbling. Sister, don't be complaining like people on the say, just say, Lord, it does not matter the policy direction of this government. I will be favored. Because the angel told Mary, he said, highly favored one. That's our story. Let me look at me and let you look at you. Is there any area of your life you think this is madness? How can David be allowing saliva? David, to scratching gate. You see? You know what? You know the fun about this story. If you are mad, it's good, and you are behaving madness. But it's not that you are sin and you are not pretending madness. That's what happened to David. Because look, you are sane. You have all your faculties intact. That is the level of madness that is funny. Because it's not that you don't know that what you are doing will kill you. You know. You know this step you are about to take is going to end in death, and yet you are still going there. You know. That's the kind of madness we're talking about. That deliberately you are putting your hand in fire, you know. And the sister will deal with that case all the time. And I asked her, one of the times, I said, didn't you know this is how this is going to? He said, I knew. He said, even on our wedding day. He said, immediately, and the father was even the one that joined them to her, because the father is a pastor. So immediately he said, is there any secret where both of you know, how do they put that? Is there any reason that both of you might not be knowing fully well that those who are not joined contract, who are joined contract to the word of God, are not joined, you know? So at that point, the Holy Spirit said, confess. He said she wanted to raise her hand. He said, well, she looked at the people. I said, he said, I do not know. He said, the Holy Spirit said, deal sealed. He said she knew. And guess what? Wedding night. We got to the hotel. And one of the girlfriend of the husband called and said, so you think you can go and marry now? So I learned you marry today. You are going to leave me and I'll show you. And she just, I said, what is that, honey? The next thing, a dirty slap. He said, don't poke nose into my affair. Wedding night. I said, if you say anything like that, I will deal with you. So who told you I'm marrying you? So are you not the one that forced me to marry you? So I just know that in fact, it just said that I will kill you now. Not careful. Wedding night. You see? But what are you still doing there? Was it that the saliva of David was flowing? He could not control it. No. He was the one that, you see, that's what I said. It's not that you don't have control over this thing. And what did she say? I like what that king said. But every time I read it, it gets to me. And she said to his servant, he said, look, this man is insane. Why have you brought him to me? Look at verse 15. He now said something I really like in verse 15. He said, it's not a toy. Give me verse 15. He said, have I need of madmen that you have brought this fellow to play the madness in my presence? Even that guy was saying a level of truth there. That this guy is just playing madness. Shall this fellow come into my house? He said, did I put our invitation? Advertisement outside that I need magnet. So you now brought this guy to be playing magnets. So who is this guy? Believe me, that is what life is always saying. Every time you play magnet, I'll be saying, who is this guy? What's this guy trying to do? I think you can cheat the system. Let's ask ourselves, the next step, the next move, the next thing I want to do, is in the direction of wisdom, the direction of folly. Because both of them are always present every time you want to make a move. Is this wise? Or is this madness? So that's why David did not last there. He had to leave the place. Because for how long do you want to play madness? Man of God. So David had to leave. I like us to rise. And that's why